Okay, there we go. Oh, do I have pink ones there? I do. I do. Okay, we need some pink. We need some gold. Hey there, Vasquez. Welcome in. Okay, let's get these lures going here. Oh wow, we already got a like. Thank you for the like. Appreciate that. Loose. Needed it. There we go. That ought to be okay. Yeah, probably need to close it up a little bit. It's too loose. There we go. Yep, welcome in everybody. Hey there, Michael Straight. I'm just painting heads here. I'm gonna do a few batches of these. Hey there, Remington. Oh, the steak was so good. The steak was so good. Thank you guys. I appreciate you and Mr. Panfish King. Yep. Yeah, it was I ended up getting, I've never got from a restaurant like a filet mignon type thing. I've never had one from a restaurant, and went ahead and got one, and it was so thick. I wanted it well done, and they butterflied it, and it was great. It was perfect. It had no pink in there, and it was tender. It was tender. I appreciate you guys. Yeah, I mean, it was like 28 bucks or so, and not cheap at all, but I mean, I had a great time. It was a good meal. I got mashed potatoes. I got the brown gravy with that. The only time I ever get white gravy is with chicken fried steak. But I had the brown gravy, had a salad, and we had one of these coupons that my wife had got from the school that she works at. Somebody was selling these little coupon tags that you put on your keychain for a, oh, what you call the cactus, the blooming cactus. It was pretty good. We had leftovers, so we're probably gonna eat some of that for later on. I thank you guys. You guys really blessed me quite a bit. Now I want a blooming onion. Now, yeah, I was calling it a bleeping. So look, we got us a bleeping onion. Let's see, Michael. Let's see. Sent through the tube. Yeah, it's pushing up. All that is powder. It's not. It's not fluid, but they do call it a fluid bed. They do call it a fluid bed. And you can lower and pressure. And we see right now it really needs to be just tightened up just a little bit, because you can arrange it to where, or switch it up to where the pressure where one coat. But it's pretty useful. I mean, I do the get loose and loosen it up, you know. Welcome in here, everybody. Onion like Outback? Yeah, it's like the Outback onion. The same thing. They just have to call it something different. I mean, Chili's has them. I like the one, the seasoning that they had at the Texas Roadhouse. The one at Chili's, it's real blandy. They don't put any seasoning in their batter when they dip the onion, but it's pretty good. I liked it. I liked it a bunch. Oh, does it sound bad? What is going on here? Let me turn it off. I'm going to turn it off and turn it back on. Here we go. Cactus blossom? Yeah, that's what they call it, a cactus blossom. Your mic is cutting in and out on my end. Oh, I don't know. I'm sorry about that. Hey there, Jeremy. Nice microphone. Yeah, it is a Donner microphone. If it's still cutting out, I'll switch mics. It is a Donner mic. You can get them on Amazon for less than 40 bucks. My wife got me a new one so I can do a double live stream on TikTok and YouTube. And I'm not double right now. I'm just on YouTube. Appreciate all you guys in here. Sound is better now. Yeah, I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was. I just turned it off, turned it back on. Maybe it was just picking up a different frequency or something. Yep, welcome in, guys. Hope everybody's doing great today. Today is Sunday. Tomorrow is Milk Day. Tomorrow is Milk Day. MLK, Martin Luther King Jr. Martin Luther King, good guy. I imagine he was a pretty swell guy. At least I hope he is. It'd be awful if we're celebrating a holiday and he wasn't that great of a guy. Sometimes I wonder what Abraham Lincoln and George Washington would be doing on YouTube right now. How would they be doing it? How would they be doing it? Uh-oh. That one almost got conjoined. Yeah, hey there, Spunky. How's it going there? How's it going, Mr. Evans? Throwing out $5 right there, guys. Thank you so much, Alvy. Thank you. That is Alvy there. You guys make sure to pick up Alvy if you can. Keeping it Alvy. Today is Sunday. Thank you a bunch there. Thank you. I'm doing fine. Good deal. I got to watch Ranyo earlier. I was on his live stream. He was out there cleaning fish. I don't know if he was cleaning crappie or the cichlids, but it looked like a big old bowl of mighty good eating right there. Now, I did leave up on our platform here a brief time while we were eating at the Texas Roadhouse. Remington sent me a message and said, "Mammy, you ought to do a short live." What is that? Texas Thunder Chief? This is a meatball sandwich I'm making. I'm making meatball sandwiches. Fresh with mayonnaise. Like meatballs, mayonnaise, and mustard. I'm making fishing lures. These are fishing lures, or gonna be fishing lures. That's what I'm doing. Yep, painting jig heads. Yep. What was that? Let's see. Good morning. Hope you're having a great, awesome Sunday. Yeah. Do I ever take days off? I don't ever take days off. I'll take a day off when I die. When I die, I'll take a day off. No, I do take time off. I just take my time off differently than most people do. Some people don't. I have arthritis in my whole body. And if I took a day off, and it would be it. I can't say the exact arthritis that I have, but if I take a day off and rest, it is just so hard the next day to work. So I try to stay loose and limber and do, all throughout. It makes sense or not, but it makes sense to me. Hey there, David. Welcome in. This is powder paint. Yep, this is a powder coating I'm using. It is pink. This is a fluid bed. It does have a lever there to control the airflow that's going through there. Yep. Hey there, Clint. Welcome in. I did get to see our church service today. We went ahead line today. So we're watching Pastor Greg Laurie out of Riverside, California. Harvest Christian Fellowship. I have been there. I've gone to Harvest. Yep, welcome in, everybody. What is the power here is from ProTech. ProTech powder coating. Oh, man. Oh, man. I nicked it. I nicked it on the rack. Sometimes that happens. My mic's not working again. Okay, let me switch it over. Hang on. What is going on with the mic here? Hang on. Hey, put the other mic in. Welcome in, Trips. How's that? Any better? Is that any better? Yep, welcome in. Hey there, Trips Fly Fishing. I'm just powder coating heads here this afternoon. Hey, yep, hey, sounds good, sounds good. It could have been the connection on the bottom too. I pushed the. What happens is this has a connector on the that connects to the bottom of my phone at the C import, and so anyway, I got it running right now. Good. Hey there, Zuri. These are pink heads here that I'm doing. I'm going to be doing some jig heads with bait keepers here in just a moment. I got to get a bunch of jig heads built up. We got to get ready because I know we're going to be getting another tackle store order here soon. And I want to make sure I got plenty of heads. I don't know if you guys can see down here. I got about 4 or 5 of these filled up. And then I got some 30 seconds here. And then I got some 16th ounce with the bait keeper. Those have been selling really good. We did put them out at an introductory price. Our jig heads with bait keepers. The price is going to be going up tomorrow sometime. We do have our jig heads with a bait keeper and a spinner. I think we got them online right now at our store for $4.99 a pack. $4.99 and $5.99. They're going to be going up just a little bit. They're going to be going up in price. So today's the good day to get it. Yep, sounds great now. Good deal, guys. Appreciate you guys. We got 60 people in the house right now. So I'm just heating up these heads, dipping it in the powder coat. I got to dip that one again. And there we go. That's going to get a head and body after it gets the eyes. They'll probably get some eyes on them tomorrow. I did take a custom order today, and I'm going to be taking another custom order tomorrow. And then that'll probably be it this week as far as me doing custom orders. Because I'm going to be building up our inventory. People don't realize these custom orders, they're jigs that are not on the website. And a lot of times I'm having to build 3 lures in this color, 3 lures in that color. And so it's kind of like building a mystery box, but not for the mystery box. And they do take longer to make. Greg, I don't know if you're still in here, Greg. Mr. Remington, are you still in here? There's a guy that's been ordering material, and he lives in the same town you live in. I don't know if you know him. Hey there, Zeri. Hey there, John. Cast Lab Fishing. What is the name of the machine that you use to pour lead for the jigs? It's a, what is it called? What is it called? I can't remember what it's called. It is the Lee Precision Casting Pot. Lee, L-E-E Precision Casting Pot. Yeah, there's a guy that lives in your town that buys material for lures. I was looking at his address a while ago, and I thought, man, he lives in the same town Remington lives in. Yeah, it's Chuck. Do you know Chuck? Mr. Chuck Charles? Charles Chuck? I guess you know Chuck since he said his name. It is Chuck. Does Chuck like cheese? I know who he is, but don't know him personally. Oh, yeah? Oh, he was from TikTok. Yeah, he is from TikTok. Yep. Yeah, he seems like he's a pretty nice guy. He's ordered a few times. I don't know if he watches me over here. Hey there, Kinsley. My dad loves fishing. Oh, cool deal. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. Oh, there we go. There we go. It's nice and tight now. So it's flowing, but it's not flowing you know, as much. I'll be able to dip it in here one time and get a good dip out of it. I'm powder coating. These are going to be for panfish. This is a 1/16 ounce on a number 4 hook. One-16th on a number 4 hook. And it's too tight now. Let me open it up a little bit. Come on now. Okay, that's a little bit better. Hey, real country. How long did it take you to master this skill? Well, I started making lures about 2 weeks ago, and I've done pretty good for myself. No, I've been doing this for 15 years. I'm still learning stuff all the time. Still learning stuff all the time. Now, with the method that I use for my tying, when I tie lures, it took me a couple of years to get down a system, and I still use that same system today when I tie my lures. The knots and everything. It took me a couple of years to get my knots right where they wouldn't come apart. I don't even use any glue or anything when I tie the knots, or after I tie the knots. Let's see here. Welcome, guys. Appreciate everybody in here. I'm going to grab me another sip of my coffee. I can't believe it's still pretty hot. I made coffee this week, and I made it a little bit too weak. Too weak. I know my wife is probably thinking, this tea tastes like bleep. She makes it super strong. Like her man. Used to be. I'm powder coating. I'm powder coating heads here. Do I have content on the knots? I think I maybe have 1 or 2 videos on the knots, but you can just watch how I tie on the videos and see how what I do. I try not to give out the specifics. I teach a general half hitch knot when I do my lessons. I'd hate for someone to tie just like me and make them strong and durable like me, and then everybody out there is doing the same fishing knots that I'm using. And because I am in business, and it's good to give out some secrets, but not all the secrets, because I do have a lot of competitors out there, and they're looking for any way to be as good as me or better than me. We're probably one of the better hand-tied jig companies out there. Am I a fisherman? Yes, I am. I sure am. I'll subscribe. Well, yeah, just watch me enough. You'll see what I do. A lot of people don't want to take the time to watch. They want all the quick remedies. They don't realize that there's just more than tying a crossover hitch. There's more than just, there's a certain way of making a lure, and it's, I've done pretty decent at it. Welcome in. Hey there, Dorothy. How are you doing? Jackie Chan. Yeah. Joe Rogan popping in here every now and then. Now, there's 2 Joe Rogans that'll pop in here. There's one Joe Rogan that has like 20 followers, and then there's the big Joe Rogan that pops in here too at times. I don't know if they're the same person, and one has a trolling account or what? Am I going to Grizzly Jig later this week for the crappie showcase? I don't have my lures. They don't sell my lures there. Yeah, I can't be a part of the Grizzly Jig Company if I don't have my lures there. If they don't sell my lures. I got introduced from a famous guy that was an editor for Field and Stream magazine, introduced me to one of the owner's sons. I don't know if the owner's sons have any ownership in it right now, but they didn't want to introduce me to their dad. But there's a guy that was really famous in the fishing world that introduced me to the Grizzly Jig people. And we were at, where were we at? Were we at the Crappie Expo? I think we were at the Wally Marshall Crappie Expo. And they didn't want anything to do with me, so I could never be a part of their show. They only put people in the show that have their lures in their store. So I'll never be part of their show unless I'm part of their store. Hey there, Kimberly. How's it going, Kimmy? I'd love to be a part of their store, but they've never, you know. Yeah, one of the kids, he's probably in his 30s or so, he looked at my lures and kind of looked at me as if I was some young and up and coming or some medium aged up and comer. I don't think they knew I don't think they knew who I was. How much one thing which you do? What do you mean? How much one thing which you do? Be a little more descriptive about that. No, we're okay. They from what I understand is they used to hand tie all their lures, and the guy that I bought my spin cast machine from, he poured lead for that company. I'm not going to call them by their name anymore in here, but he had poured lead for that company for years, and they decided to start getting everything from overseas, and even their hand-tied lures. And so he said they wouldn't take you on because they want to pay for cheaper lures, which I understand. You know, that's their prerogative. Understand. My English very bad. I'm from Russia. Well, thank you. You're okay. Have you been to the big new building? No, I've never been there. I've never been to a Grizzly Jig Company store. I've never been there. You need to go and ask, have you ever? You must be a really big fan of theirs. No, I don't really care about. I mean, I just don't care to go to tackle shows a whole lot. I mean, I like going to them if we're being a part of them, and sometimes I'll go to them uh, because I know the person throwing the show, like Wally Marshall. We're not close friends, but we're friends, I guess. But I'll go to his shows that he does. Yeah, Wally's done a lot for us. Wally, every time he brings me on stage, will say I'm like the world's best jig tire and stuff like that, and he's always done that for me. He's always promoted us, and even though he has his own hand tied lures, he's always talked very, very kindly about me. Let's see here. Can I say that again? The audio cut out. I don't know. Are you recording me? Are you recording me? Are you wearing a wire? Are you wearing a wire? They're amazing, especially crappie and bluegill. Oh, well, thank you there, Memory. Thank you so much. Let me frisk you out. Are you wearing a wire? Okay, let's go ahead and do some jig heads with the bait keeper. Okay, these have a bait keeper. These are for plastics. Right now, you can buy a 6-pack of these for, I want to say $4.99 or $5.99. I can't remember what the price is on these. These are going to get eyes on them. They will get eyes. I do put a sleeve on these because I do dunk these a little bit different than I do the others. Let's see. Oh, you got rid of the Russian? Oh my goodness. Clint, you got rid of the Russian guy. Let's see. Okay, I see why you got rid of the Russian. Lauren, welcome in. Yep. Yeah, I do dip these a little differently. On the ones without a collar, I'll dunk them down there a little different. And these, I want to get the bait keeper painted too, so it's hard to keep the paint out of the eyelet when you do that. And so what I do is I take this off, and then boom, you got a clean eye right there. I'm getting a jig head mold for my B-day. Your B-day? Is that your beat down day? What's a B-day? I know what a B-day is. I just had a B-day. Sometimes I wish I had a bidet. Are you getting a jig mold for your bidet? I've never sat down on a bidet. Just letting you guys know that. That's one of the few things I've never done. I think I would be pretty uncomfortable on a bidet. Hey there, Mr. Mike Campbell. How are you doing there? How's it going? Birthday. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I had a birthday too last week. I just turned 59. 59, guys. Next year, I'll be the big 6-0. I'll be the big 6-0. This is a jig head with a bait keeper. Jig head with a bait keeper. Yep, welcome in, Mike. Hope all's going good. I'm just powder coating my little heart away. Trying to get primed up and ready for the next big tackle store order that comes in. So all this week, I'm just going to be building up inventory. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yep, we do have the peak rotary. Well, we have some of the peak rotary vices in stock. I think we have both of the peaks in stock. We may just have one of the pedestal vices in stock. I'm not sure if we do. I think we do. And I know we have, I don't know, 2 or 3 of the C-clamp vices. I know we have at least 2 of them. We may have 3 of them. We've been selling out of them pretty fast. I need to get one jig heads. What? What are you talking about? Jig heads, etc., etc., etc. There we go. That is a 16th ounce right there. Mold coming in this week. We've been holding off. We really, we can't afford a spin caster right now, and not right now at this point. I'd like to get a spin caster. We're going to hold off on it for a little bit till we get a little more money under our belt. And I'm going to try to get a new spin cast machine here this year. Oh, you like that mold? Yeah, it's a good mold. Good mold. It took a while to get to figuring this out. But it pours a lot easier when I use the powder, the talc powder on the mold. It's a hot pink jig head. Must have some inside information. Yeah. I do mix and blend a lot of my own paints. The hot pink is one of the colors. It's not a pure Protect color. It has another color mixed in it. A lot of the colors I mix myself. The silver is silver. Disco gold is disco gold. But we have colors like the burnt orange that I mix up. I mix up our own grape. Mix up our own brim, which is a kind of a olivey green color with a bunch of other specks in it. The hot pink, the white. What other colors? I mix some of the other colors too. Sometimes you got to do that to get your own color out there. 5, 6. Welcome back. Welcome back. You mix. Oh, you red, yeah. My plain red, I put a little bit of glitter in that one on the plain red. It kind of just sparkles a little bit, and then my disco red's just plain disco red. That we get people at times will ask, how I mix this, how I mix that, and like our slim brim. We'll sell people slim brim, but I won't tell you how I make the slim brim. We mix a lot of this stuff ourselves. The grape jelly. This is our grape jelly here. It's not a disco grape or a disco purple, but and we got some other colors too that we mixed up. We got a holographic blue. I got a camo green, but I don't like using the camo green because you can't see it underwater. It's camouflaged. Trade secrets, yeah. gotta have some kind of little edge. If you don't have an edge, if I was making a lot of money on YouTube, on my videos and every, you know, things like that, I would share a lot more secrets, but we just don't make a, I can't make a full-time living off my videos. Wish I could. I see everything. I see every eye in Turkey. Oh yeah. Uh, oh, thank you so much. Make sure to subscribe. Yep, I do go live pretty much every day. Go live every day, every day, every day. Yeah, these are for plastic baits. These are for plastic baits. They have a bait keeper on them. I've been doing this for about 15 years. I enjoy doing what I do. These here with the bait keepers, they do come 6 to a pack. Next week I'm going to be painting some jig head with a bait keeper and an underspin. Ah, well, cool. Well, thank you. Yeah, sometimes it happens. Sometimes when people are scrolling, they run into my videos and they see that I'm doing live streams. I did also share this to my Facebook page today. But each and every day, you guys get to watch me make lures. And yesterday, I spent a lot of time pouring heads. I was pouring lead. Matter of fact, I was pouring these two yesterday. It's fun. I do take some time off. I don't take a lot of time off. This is the fishing season here. We get people out there ice fishing, and then spring will come about, and then it becomes the spawning season for fish. And the fish have been already starting to spawn out in Florida. No, I don't have a night bot. I hear the people that I know that have big channels, some of them say the night bot uh, doesn't allow the algorithm to open up all the way. I don't know if that's true or not, but you know. I figure, hey, we could answer questions in here. We could answer questions. You guys could answer questions. You guys do help me out. Big time down here in Orlando. The spawn is on. Yeah, you can find our lures down there in Florida. Hey there, Wayman. Yep, awesome day. Yeah, we do have our lures around the Okeechobee area. And we have them at Lakeland Fishing Outfitters, Lakeport Quick Stop, Lake Placid. We have Bridgemaster, Roland Martin Marine, Gerard's, and this week sometime they'll be getting our lures at Fast Break. So if there's a color you guys want in your local tackle store, tell them to get that color in. In fact, we have a lot of bait keeping jigs in the Florida stores. Not every Florida store has our bait keeping jigs. Okay, let's get some plastics out. I'm going to show you guys, because I know there's people in here that have never, they're like, what do you mean plastic baits? What are you talking about, Rube? Okay, this is a plastic bait for the #1 mod, Greg Remington. Appreciate that there, Wayman. Let me get that written down. Appreciate that there. This here is a plastic bait. I don't know what this one's called, but anyway, when these are painted up and they have eyes, do I have any of these around? Do I have any of these around? Oh, here, let me pull one of these over here. Look at that. I'll pull one of these with the spinner on them. Oh man. Yeah, here's one of our underspin jigs. I'm going to go ahead and get this bait over here like this. Get this plastic, you worm it on there. And then you got a bait that looks like that, and you're going to have the underspin right there. So that's what I'm making right now. Well, these don't have the underspin, they just have a bait keeper on there. Okay, let's get the other rack off. Just doing the jig heads without a bait keeper. We're going to go back to some of these here. Hey there, is that Katie? Hey there, Samuel. Not too shabby. Oh, well, thank you. Okay, we're going to do a couple more rows of these, and then we're going to switch colors. There we go. See the eyelets all nice and clean. There's no paint on there. I don't get them perfect all the time, but I get them perfect most of the time. Yeah, we do tie 16th, 1/8, and 1/4 ounce underspins. And I think I have some of those jig heads over here for the hand ties. Do I have any of them over here? I don't think I have the tied ones already, but here's some of the ones for the hand ties. Those are 1/4 ounce right there. 1/4 ounce on a 2/0 hook. The 1/4 ounce, we do sell them in a 1-pack. on the hand ties, and then the hand ties, the underspins at a 16th and 8th, they'll come in a 2-pack. Oh, my hat keeps hitting the phone. Welcome in, everybody. We got over 100 in here. Make sure to tap up the likes. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Ruben, really wanted to fish today, but the wind, yeah, it is really windy. Super windy up there. It's going to be super colder tomorrow. Tomorrow's high is like 30 degrees. I'm going to be in the shop in the morning, but I may not be in the shop right at like 6:37 in the morning tomorrow. We do have our circle hooks on sale, guys. If you guys fish for catfish and striper, we have our circle hooks on sale for $2.99 all the way up to a 7/0, and then we have our 8, 9, and 10/0 for $3.99 a pack, and they do come 6 to a pack. Again, that's $2.99 from a 5/0 all the way to a 7/0 hook, and then the 8, 9, and 10/0 are $3.99 a pack. Circle hooks are on sale. Yep. Fine. All notifications. Somebody help them out there. Are you talking about um, the notification button? Go to my profile and you'll see a little bell. Hit the bell and that'll be the notification symbol. Symbol right there. And usually the little bell, the notification symbol is on your, I think it's on your top right hand corner. I'm on a phone. I'll try that. Okay. Yep, the circle hooks are on sale. $2.99 a pack from the 5/0 to the 7/0. And the 8, 9, and 10/0 are $3.99 a pack. We got some fantastic hook, guys. Yeah, some fantastic hooks. Oh, good. Thank you. Alrighty, you're all set up now. A lot of times if you get on YouTube and you hit on subscriptions on the bottom right, it'll show you all the people that are doing a live stream currently on your top. There'll be a top banner, uh, and you kind of just scroll to see who's live and who's not live. And a lot of times you'll see, you know, even if I put a new video up, it'll have my profile with a blue dot on it. If it has a red dot and my profile's all in a red circle, that means I'm doing a live stream. Temperature 30 degrees, 15 miles. Yeah, it is cold. Super cold. Okay, we're going to do one more row. And then we're going to switch colors. I think we're going to do some disco. Hey there, Nick. These here are orange. Not orange, or pink. Where did I come up with the orange? Okay, we're going to do about 8 more of these, and then we're going to switch colors. Yep, welcome in, welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Man, that turned up louder. You guys can hear that, can't you? Yeah. Didn't realize how loud it was. Not too bad, yeah. Oh, I got paint on the. Oh, they're fine. It won't do anything to it. Okay, we're going to go to Disco Silver here in just a little bit. We got to have a lot of heads. Okay, let's put this aside. Okay, this is the Disco Silver here. I got a hook in my finger. It won't come out. Okay, there we go. Okay, let me go grab something here. Hang on, guys. Hang on. Okay, that ain't working. Oh, man. Oh, we still got 95 in here. Hey there, David. Yes, hooked for life. Yeah, I had a hook that was like this, and I couldn't get it off my finger, and it was just stuck right there. I tried shaking it, and it would not come off. And I had the other hook in here, and I already had it heated up, and so I didn't want to drop it. But I didn't want to get that hook in my finger any deeper, you know. Hey, was just stuck between a rock and a hard place. Yep, welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Let's see how I dip it in there. If you get your powder coat to lay at an angle and it's not flat, if I do it flat, I can't do it that way, but I have to shake it, make it a little bit diagonal, and then when I dip it in there, I can dip it just till it gets to the eyelets. And then that's how I do the tip it and dip it method. That way I don't have to put any sleeves on here or anything. See, and it comes out perfect. Didn't come out perfect every time, but most of the time. What is the pink stuff paint? It's pink powder coat. It's called pink paint. It's pink powder coating. This here is silver here. It's a silver glitter. It's called disco silver. Yeah, if you have not subscribed, make sure to do so. I do lure making, and this spring I hope to go do some fishing too. Let's see. Yep. Yeah, but it's called powder coat. I'm using pink powder coating. This one here is a disco silver. I'm powder coating broccoli. That's what I'm doing. Powder coating broccoli. Oh, I love eating broccoli. Oh, especially with some pink powder coating on there. Oh my. No, these are hooks. These are jig heads. These are hand-tied lures. You use a lot of the color, this disco silver. Yeah, it's a good color. It is a good color. Our disco, our shiner is our top selling color, and it has been our top selling color for years. Every single tackle store that we sell to has it, and about every other order that comes in will have a pack of shiners in there. We go through a bunch, but yep, I'm powder coating heads. These here will be, oh, when they grow up, they'll be somewhat like that. They'll come in, they'll look like a fishing lure. And then I'm also doing bait keepers too, jig heads with bait keepers. So we'll do some that look like that. And then we do some jig heads with a bait keeper and a spinner blade on there. And then we got some lures that look like that. Those are 1/4 ounce. Those will be going on the website this week. I don't think we have the 1/4 ounce spinners on the website. Ah, thank you so much for the 100. Appreciate that. Man, I remember a long time ago, they had the bazooka bubble gum. You could go down to your local corner store and buy a bazooka bubble gum for a penny. Came with a comic and everything in it. The Bazooka bubble gums. And I remember working at a grocery store when I was 13. I stocked groceries and bagged groceries and did whatever they wanted me to do. And I remember you would have you can get 10 cans of corn for $1. 10 cents a can. That's how much the corn was back then. That was back in like 1981, 1980, somewhere around there. A long time ago. Back when ships were made out of steel and where ships were wooden and men were made out of steel. I remember paying $0.25 for a Hershey bar. Yeah, Bazooka was really good. Yep. I wish I could remember yesterday. Yeah. I remember collecting baseball cards. They'd come with a stick of gum in there. I don't know if they still come with the stick of gum in there. And that gum was hard and brittle. But man, I enjoyed it. These here are 16th ounce. These are disco silver here. Disco silver. These are going to get silver eyes. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh, is it good? Still looks good. Okay, good. Those were the best of times. You got that right. The good old days. When you buy a bottle of pop, bottle of Coke, it came in a glass bottle back then. Those were the best of times and the worst of times. Great music. Oh, I got some generic stuff in the background playing. Some like jazz piano and whatever else. I have no clue at all. Appreciate everybody in here. You guys make sure to subscribe today. I don't hear it playing. Are you talking about the music back then, Mike? Or are you talking about the music in the background here? Grandparents owned a corner store when we were kids. Oh yeah, those were the good old days back then. Oh yeah, back then, yeah, the music was good. I listened to everything. I listened to anything from pop music, I listen to anything on the radio. I like listening to the Beatles. I like listening to Rick James. I like listening to the Isley Brothers. The Little River Band. The Doobie Brothers. What a fool believes. I can't remember how he sings, but what a fool believes. Do, 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 do. I never got into Chicago. I listened to Kiss. I listened to Ronnie James Dio. I never really got into Ozzy Osbourne. I had all my friends that were the freaks in high school and junior high. A lot of them were freakish. They were kind of weird. They would listen to Ozzy. I listened to AC/DC. That whole Ozzy Osbourne and Black Sabbath stuff is just a little bit too weird. I think they're all getting ready to go to a rock and roll ceremony. Yeah, Sly and the Family Stone. Yep. I would listen to Three Dog Night before I ever listened to Black Sabbath or Ozzy Osbourne. I was just not an Ozzy Osbourne fan. Welcome in, Miss Tara. I am powder coating heads. The ink is black, the page is white. Do, 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 do. Yeah, I like listening to Three Dog Night. And every now and then you listen to Wolfman Jack here talking to you. Wolfman Jack. I like listening to Wolfman Jack. I like listening to Wolfman Jack more so than Dick Clark. But I'd listen every Saturday. I'd listen to America Top 40 with Casey Kasem. Always had a story. Always had a song that was somewhat dedicated to somebody. That's coming. I like listening to music. I like listening to the Four Tops, the Supremes, Gladys Knight and the Pips, the Temptations. Okay, we're going to do one more row of these and then we're going to switch colors. We're going to go to Disco Gold. I was not too much of an Elvis. My wife liked listening to Elvis. My wife was a big Elvis fan. I never really got into Elvis Costello, too. I would listen to Jackson Browne. I like listening to him. I did like listening to Bruce Springsteen, but not anymore. Not after he turned into a, you know, to Paul Harvey. Yeah, I do. I'd like listening to Paul Harvey too. I think he's an American treasure right there. He sounded like a news anchor. Good day, good day. Yeah, he always had some really good stories. That Paul Harvey. I listen to him every day. Where I lived at in Texas, they would play him in the mornings, and then they'd play him in the afternoon. And then if you stayed up late at night, you can hear the the replays in the evening too. And that's the rest of the story. Yeah, you got that right. The next story is on a gentleman from South Carolina. He'd just tell it in such a way. I don't know if he was ever reading off of a prompter. I don't know if he just read. I have a feeling he was just reading pages. But the way he eloquently spoke it and read it, it looked like he was ad-libbing little bits and pieces here and there. Kind of gave it his own little touch. Okay, we're going to go to the ones with the head, the bait keepers here. Okay, so let's put this to the side. We're going to do some 1/16 ounce with the bait keeper. So if you're wondering, you're just coming in and you see that little black thing on there. It's called a sleeve. It's shrink tubing, and I put it on there because I do dunk these down into the powder coat a little bit differently. And I like the eyelets to stay open and them to stay, pretty crisp. And I think it's a 1/16 inch shrink tubing I'm putting on here. If you ever do make heads and you need shrink tubing for the eyelets and you're ordering from eBay or Amazon, always make sure to get the stuff that doesn't have the tackiness or the adhesive on the inside, because they do make a shrink tubing that has basically a self-adhesion adhesive on there, and I don't know if that's right. Is that a correct word, adhesion? Well, it has an adhesive on the interior to once you get, basically those tubes are made, they're not made for these, of course, but they're made to slide wire through. They're made, they're made for other things. They're made basically for wires, and they have a little tackiness on the inside. And so you don't want to use that shrink tubing for these, because what will happen is once you pull off the shrink tubing, there'll be some tackiness to there. And you don't want there to be a lot of tackiness on there, because you'll get all kinds of dirt and crud all wanting to stick to that. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. I am powder coating heads. These here have a bait keeper. These are for plastic baits here. So I'm heating up the head, and then I'm dipping it in the powder coat. Okay, these are going to get red eyes on these jig heads. They're going to get red eyes on them. These will get eyes on them probably tomorrow or the next day. Again, welcome into the chat. I hope everybody's doing good. Make sure to subscribe. That's the biggest way to support our channel, is just being a mere subscriber. Oh, what was that? Jeremy, did you just send me a goat trophy? Oh my goodness, you sure did. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. You guys make sure to pick him up there. That is Jeremy McIntyre there. Thank you for the goat trophy there. Appreciate that. Bunch. A bunch. Thank you so much. You guys throw some W's up there for Jeremy Mack there, guys. Four, 6, 8, 9. Thank you so much. So this here that I'm dipping it in is called powder coat. This same chemical that I'm dipping it in, which is a powder, they use it for a lot of things. They powder coat metal furniture with this. A lot of times they'll powder coat aluminum, wheels with these. They will powder coat bicycles. Cars get powder coated. That's the paint that they put on there. What else gets powder coated? Powder donuts? Do powder donuts get powder coated? I bet they do. I like eating powder donuts. Yep, welcome in, guys. Thank you guys so much. I know if somebody watches the replay of this, they must. There's some. I bet there's some people that watch my replays and are somewhat bewildered. Thinking, what on earth is this guy talking about? I always watch you replays. Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, it's we get a lot of people that if they can't watch in the morning, they'll watch in the evening when they get home. I'll get people. They'll send me a message through the website going, "You only did one live stream today. What happened?" You know, that's what happened the other day. We only did one live stream, and then we went live on TikTok. And I think this was on what, Friday, and we went from me wanting to get off the live stream because I told Remington, I'm like, man, they're not pushing out the algorithm. And Remington was like, yeah, they're not. And so I said, well, I'm going to give it another 5 minutes. At that time, we had maybe 3, 4, 5, 6 people in the live stream. And then, boom, it shot up to over 1,000 people on there. We ended up getting, I think we had 1,300 people in the live stream over there. We held on to 1,000 for an hour and a half. And it would go down to 600 people, and they would, it stayed up there pretty good. And it's been a while since I've had 1,000 watch me on TikTok. Um, pouring lead. The last time I did a live over there with lead pouring, we were lucky if we had, 100 people watching. And throughout that whole duration on the live stream, for the 3 hours that it alive there, I only made like 60 cents. That's all I made over there. 60 cents. Yeah, it's just kind of crummy how they do that. And then people ask, why are you on YouTube all the time? I'm like, well, we may not get as many people at times, but we get a good solid group and they support us and they do help us financially too. And not only that, people watch our replays on my live streams and we get paid from that. We make off a live stream, we'll make like 20 cents. I think the most I've ever done on a live stream replay was probably like 40 or 50 cents. But I do appreciate you guys watching the replays because it does help us out a little bit financially. It does help us out a little bit financially. These are 1/16 ounce for the bait keeper. Catch you later. I'll catch you later too, man. We'll catch you. You be good, alrighty? Yeah, these will get red eyes on these lures here. Yep, welcome in, guys. Make sure to subscribe to our channel here. Tap up the likes. I do go live every day. Thank you for the floating heart. Thank you for the floating heart. That girl, Lily. Thank you so much, that girl, Lily. Thank you so much. Two, 4, 6, 8, 9. Appreciate that. How you doing there? Got to keep dealing with. Oh, thank you. Yep, thank you. Just powder coating heads. Tomorrow, I'll be doing a lot of eyes. I got to do some tying tomorrow. I got to get some of these custom orders out of the way. Right now, I'm just powder coating these jig heads with bait keepers. That's a 1/16 ounce. That'll get some red eyes. These will be going in the oven, and when they do, they'll go in for about 15, 18 minutes. I do have a convection oven that I put them in, and they don't require a lot of time. Thank you, thank you, thank you guys for all the gifts. I appreciate you guys. Hey Renee, how you doing? Good afternoon. I am getting ready to get off here. I'm getting ready to get off here. I'm going to put these in the oven tomorrow. I'm going to take the rest of the day off. Yep, appreciate all you guys in here, guys. Let me see, what else do we got to do? We got that. Let me flip the camera around. That way I can say my goodbyes. And we will see you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe. And I appreciate all you guys. You guys are good. You guys have a goodbye. And God bless you guys. You guys be good. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.